Unlike the previous video, this video has a very clear favorite for me. Yet there's still some good number of honorable mentions here because my older brother got my siblings and myself into the console, meaning there were a lot of play and enjoy here. You know, there were a lot of games to play and enjoy here, but not as much as another console that I will get to very soon. As usual, I only will be fixating on the one that is my favorite, and most likely come back to the ones that, you know, like the honorable mentions in this video. And speaking of honorable mentions, let's get straight to it.
You're here! Wow! Metal Greymon and Metal Mamemon!
We'll see who wins now!
Hope, despair, charity, greed, duty, power. Who can say what truly motivates the diggers?
As you can see, this list is a little bit longer than my OG Xbox One, and for good reason. I know that some of these games have not aged the best, and obviously that's probably why they're not my favorite. I mean, not to say that it isn't a bad thing, it's just it can be very trying to play some of these games again after several years. I realized that I'm missing games like Final Fantasy IV from Final Fantasy Chronicles, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy V from Final Fantasy Anthology. But considering that I only beat those games once and didn't go back to them, I couldn't include them on this list. And it pains me to do that because I did do Final Fantasy IV Advance, and yes, I actually was able to beat them, but I was not able to beat Final Fantasy V Advance as well as the mobile version, which thank God I didn't, because that one kind of sucked. If I were to do a review on that one, it sucked. I know there's a better enhanced version out there now, but from the one I had, it wasn't really good. There's several other ones that I had to include off this list because I couldn't just go back to them. It was kind of like a one and done. I'm like, oh my gosh. I guess it's kind of like Dark Souls in the sense that I accomplished it, but I didn't want to go through it again. Didn't want to go through the hell again. So, saying that, now that I've gotten that all out of the way, I can finally go through with what my favorite PlayStation 1 game is. And here it is.
Sony Computer Entertainment America presents a Universal Interactive Studios production. A game created and developed by Naughty Dog. Crash Bandicoot 4.
Ah, yes. The very first video game I purchased. And I'm not lying. Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped is quite the gem to me even after all these years. Of course, my journey with this game has waned in recent years. Yet when I first comprised this list and this video, it was the only game I ended up beating again on my PS2 after getting acclimated to the game again. I am aware that the game can be difficult with the occasional BS. It can be trying, but the humor and the action are still so simple and surprising. I mean, Crash is supposed to be this creature that wears pants and looks like he doesn't even know what he's doing, who's going up against intelligent villains like, Cortez. Crash and his sister were also very fun to play as in this game, and the game had several levels that were like mini games, making the experience either bite-sized or whole, depending on your play sessions. Yeah, and I actually like that. Like, I can like that you can beat some of these levels fairly quickly, and get good at them. Actually complete them, get really, really good at them. The fact that you can go back and complete levels again and acquire some new gems and secrets was also fun. When I was younger, it took some time, but I was finally able to unlock everything, and that was definitely a highlight of my young life. So yeah, that's my simple labor of love for the PlayStation 1 and my PlayStation 1, or my favorite PlayStation 1 game. So yeah, feel free to tell me what your favorite is down below. As mentioned, I will try to go more into detail of why this is my favorite in another video, as well as some of the honorable mentions. I want to give them some credibility. I feel like I just give them a few seconds isn't good enough. They deserve a video of their own. And as for next week, the next video will be my favorite PlayStation 2 game. So be sure to check that out.